Start again. That's so loud. I usually don't have a problem with people hearing me. I'm always the loudest one in the room. Let me start again. So, welcome to our regular board meeting of the Vancouver Public Schools. Before we get started, I wanted to share a few thoughts and reminders. We want our boardroom to be a welcoming, safe place for all and any of our community members and guests. As this is a business meeting, we do expect those in attendance to conduct themselves in a respectful way. We would ask that you do not interrupt the meeting, and if there is an immediate need that you have, such as an audio concern or a question, please move to the back and let one of our staff members know. As a reminder, there is a designated space for any video recording or media. We will now get started with our regular business meeting and the items on our agenda. First, it's roll call. Director Barros? Here. Director Smith? Here. Director Sproul? Here. Director Zavala Ortega?
Here.
And I am here as well. And now we have our superintendent's report.
All right, thank you, Director Decker. As is our tradition, we would like to start the meeting, the playing of our national anthem. Tonight's performance is by Thomas Jefferson Middle School's band, directed by teacher Corrine Bennett. So I'd invite you to stand if you're able. At the conclusion of our meeting tonight, if you're watching from home or watching the recording or still in attendance, we will be playing the marches of the armed forces by the same band. So you can look forward to that if you're able. With that, I'll share my screen and we can move on.
Gonna happen.
All right, thank you for your patience. So there's no traditional superintendent's report tonight. We're taking what I assume is a welcome break from some very, very intense budget discussions that we've been having over the last couple of months. Unfortunately, we'll have to resume those conversations in December, along with some strategic plan updates that'll be coming over the next couple of months in terms of goal progress reports. So with that, I'll go ahead and launch right into our Employee Excellence Awards.
And I just want to stay. So if you are being recognized, please walk to the podium when you are introduced to receive your certificate and pose for a photo. Once everyone has been honored, we will also take a group photo. So stay there, stay close. If you choose to leave after this portion of the meeting, we ask that you exit quietly. Wait to engage in any conversation. I know it's raining, but please wait to engage in any conversation when you head out so that we can continue the meeting. Thank you.
All right, our first recipient tonight, I was told would not be able to attend, is Shauna Baird. Was there a last minute change? Okay, unfortunately, excuse me. Unfortunately, Shauna was not able to attend tonight, but we'll make sure that we pass along her plaque and celebratory materials. But we do want to celebrate the great work that Shauna does, even in her absence. So Shauna's nominator noted that they are thrilled to honor Hazeldale FCRC coordinator Shauna Baird, whose dedication embodies the spirit of the Employee Excellence Award. Shauna is a beacon of compassion, resourcefulness, cultural responsiveness in every aspect of her work, consistently going above and beyond for students and family. Whether she's guiding families through vital housing and food assistance, expertly organizing our multilingual parent work groups, or coordinating donations for the school's clothing and supply bank, she ensures every member of our community feels truly seen, supported, and empowered. As her nominator shared, her work is not only essential, it is inspiring. So we thank Shauna, and we'll connect with her offline for the further celebration. Our next award recipient is Mr. Joseph Gray. You can join me up here. So Joseph Gray, DRO at Skyview, consistently goes above and beyond to make a positive impact for those around him. His nominator shares, each morning Joe warmly welcomes each student with a smile, setting a positive tone for the day. His approachable, friendly demeanor makes it easy for students to feel comfortable seeking his help, whether they need direction, guidance, or support. But his mentorship doesn't end when the bell rings. Joseph is also involved in coaching football and baseball at Skyview. Whether he's on the field or in the hallway, Joseph's models the importance of discipline, teamwork, and perseverance, lessons that shape our students far beyond graduation. Thank you, Joseph.
Just put it on the podium. Yeah, you got it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 2. Excellent.
Oh, yeah, get your hat. All right, our next honoree is Brittany Hall, a paraeducator at Roosevelt Elementary. So Brittany is an indispensable part of the team at Roosevelt Elementary. Brittany truly defines what it means to be a team player, consistently demonstrating a proactive, solutions-oriented approach as she supports both students and staff. Brittany's commitment is felt by everyone she works with. She works tirelessly to make sure every student feels safe, respected, and most importantly, that they belong. Her greatest gift is her ability to connect with students. She skillfully customizes her approach to meet their individual needs, setting them up for success. Thank you, Brittany.
Thank you.
All right, and last but not least, Mr. Jason Hattrick. Jason's a PE teacher. Oh, sorry. Cutting in on your ovation there. Jason's a PE teacher and unified coach at Geyser Middle School. Jason, PE teacher and unified coach at Geyser, was selected for the Employee Excellence Award to recognize nearly 3 decades of commitment and positive influence on our students. Since joining the district in 1997, Jason has served in a variety of roles and buildings, but his dedication to students' well-being has remained constant. A powerful testament to his impact came directly from the Geyser student who nominated him. Where do I start? This guy is amazing. When I had him as a PE teacher in 6th grade, I loved it. He was kind and he made me feel like I belonged. This simple statement highlights Jason's lasting ability to build strong relationships and create an atmosphere of kindness and belonging. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it. Thank you. Great. Appreciate it.
1, 2, 3. Excellent, we got it. And then I'll just have you hold and then. Come back in. I think it.
Isn't that good? Okay.
Perfect. All right, 1, 2, 3, 2. Excellent, okay. Thanks, you guys. Thank you. No brainer.
All right, and that concludes the superintendent's section of the agenda.
That was a very fun superintendent section.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give them a couple of seconds to head out. Okay, so now we come to the public comments section of our meeting. It's the time in our meeting where the board and the administrative staff welcome comments from the public. If you would like to address the board and did not have an opportunity to sign in at the start of the meeting, please do so now. It's at the back. You may continue to sign in at any time during the public comments portion of the meeting. We ask that you approach the podium and state your name and affiliation with the district for the record. You will have 3 minutes to make your comments. When you hear the chime, please conclude your remarks. Don't make me have to stop you. If you have materials or additional comments you would like the board to review, please hand them to the staff at the back of the room. This information will be provided to the superintendent and board. Because most matters require fact-finding and review, and the state's Open Public Meetings Act restricts deliberation on topics that have not been placed on the publicly noticed agenda in advance, the board does not respond to any public comments made at this time. If follow-up action is necessary, the board will ask the superintendent to work with the administrative staff to consider the information and respond accordingly. As a regular business meeting of the board, we expect everyone in attendance to conduct themselves professionally and courteously during the meeting. Speakers are also expected to be respectful. The board asks that personnel complaints be submitted in writing rather than during the public comment. Please also remember that your words have an impact and that you, not the school district, are responsible for what you say during public comment. We caution all speakers that it is possible that your statements could violate the rights of others under various laws, including laws protecting privacy and laws prohibiting defamation. If you are unsure of the potential legal effect of your remarks, you should seek independent legal advice. In any case, we ask that you help us model for our students what a respectful and inclusive community looks and sounds like. One more paragraph. We also ask the audience to refrain from clapping, cheering, or commenting while others give public comments, whether you are in support or against. We recognize that there are diverse beliefs and feelings across our community, but one thing that we have in common is that we all want to do what is best for our children. We are here today to work towards their future. Disruptive conduct by speakers or the audience may require the meeting to be adjourned and all audience members be removed. Finally, the board appreciates, listens, and cares about the broad range of perspectives in our community. Thank you in advance to everyone who provides public comment. All right, first up, I have Larry Rowe.
Oh, Mr. Gerlach. My name is Larry Rowe, and live in the neighborhood served by Lakeshore Elementary, Thomas Jefferson Middle School, and Columbia River High School. I decided sometime in the middle of the summer that we had opportunities to improve how we served the students who are educated in our district. And I decided to come every opportunity from that point until the November election. I didn't expect to be talking in November because our policy says that the November board meeting is on the second Tuesday. So thank you for pulling it in. So I have another opportunity to give you my commentary. And what I'd like to comment about is basically our finances and how we meet those challenges. And I think that we're going to be asking our community to support the school district in new ways over the next few years. Some of those will be financial, some of those will probably be volunteering. And for the financial ones, I think we could do with a little bit more communication. And the specific, no, I'm not looking. The specific communication is what are the facts that drive the requests that we make. Right now, the board is going to approve or request, and I suspect approve, an early appropriation of $21 million in order to get through the year without cash flow problems. Last year, we asked for $18.5 million. The year before, $15 million. So we're going up. So we're still challenged. But we're not really showing the community what those deliberations, what those numbers are based on. The videos for the last two board meetings with discussion, the study session and the committee of the whole meeting, are not up on the website. This has been the practice in the past. For the last month, there's nothing there. I think we need to do better telling people what our actual position is. That's my request to you, and I think it will serve us well. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, I have Sean Nyman. Did I say that correctly? Thank you.
Good evening, board members. I'm Sean Nyman. I'm the SEIU rep for our classifieds. Jennifer Saylor, our chapter president, was supposed to speak. So this is going to kind of be a combination of mine and her statements. So we intended to be here tonight to see our new union contract approved. But sadly for our membership, we had to delay our ratification vote because of issues with the tentative agreement and the TA document from the district. That was not ready last Wednesday. As a result, our voting will now occur on November 18th, and our members will have to wait to receive their retro pay until December. And it's pretty disappointing that that happened. We've also recently had some issues that have affected morale in our transportation department. While we were able to agree Friday on how to go forward, the district and SEIU, we know that the upset wasn't necessary. There was an agreement to delay bid so we wouldn't have to file a grievance. We hope that the district will listen to us next time, maybe listen more fully, so this doesn't happen again. We worked hard in negotiations on improving contract language. We focused on fostering a good working relationship with the district while also negotiating enthusiastically for our members. That was my job. Our members are addressing greater needs in the buildings, heavier workloads, staff shortages, and the threat of more layoffs. We don't need unnecessary disruption and angst. We want the board and the district to know that SEIU is willing to address any issue together, but we will always fight back, stand up, and speak up when necessary. And you'll hear from a few folks tonight. We are working on it. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, I have Jenna Holloran.
Well, thanks for having me. Well, I grew up here in Vancouver. I went to Ben Franklin and Shumway and Hudson's Bay and University of Portland. I remember you, Billy Ullman. So anyway, I'm here today because I am a stay-at-home mom and every day I drop my daughter off at school, at her high school, which is a very nice school, by the way. Thank you for hiring Darby Mead, whoever did that. And I see kids going into the building with these black backpacks. And every day I sit there and I think, I hope nobody has a gun in that backpack. And that's my brain, but that's the reality of the world we live in too, that, kids have problems sometimes and they do have, a gun in a backpack. And so I have been doing a little research and I found that some school districts across our country use clear backpacks. So my daughter, in between her little outings to the mall, went online for me and ordered a clear backpack. And this is what it looks like. Her homework's in there, so I have to leave soon so she can go do it. But there's her computer, her thermos, her notebooks. Everything fits in there nicely. I believe this was about $12.99 on Amazon. And I mean, it's, this is no guarantee that somebody won't bring a gun to school, but it's just one more way to kind of see what's in someone's bag, And I know metal detectors are the best way to go, but metal detectors are also very expensive. And I know right now there's budget problems and that kind of stuff. But, I just wanted to come in today and because, I have time to come in and bring in the backpack. So that's it. So just wanted to plant a seed in your heads. And thank you, Ms. Decker, and thank you, Dave Bennett, for listening to me on the phone and emails. You guys are always very nice and helpful. So anyway, that's it.
Thank
So-
you.
$12.99, great price.
Thank you.
Norma Hall? Oh, so you're not gonna speak tonight? And then I just have one more, Dean Jackson.
So I'm just going to read some statements from some bus drivers, not my statements, they're theirs. And I didn't really get a chance to read them before, so bear with me. Okay, let's do Linda's first. She's a senior bus driver. She's number one on our things. In 32 years of working for the Vancouver School District, I have never been told by my direct supervisor to do illegal, unethical, against policy, or unsafe behavior until October 28th, 2025, during the rebidding process. Ryan Watson directed 81 school bus drivers to stop in the middle of the route with potential students on board to access the Vancouver School District email on our personal devices and scroll through different routes in order to rebid. AJ Panter, Ryan's supervisor, was also present at the bid and did nothing in order to correct illegal and unethical behavior. In 32 years of past practice, there has always been 5 minutes in-person allotment or over the two-way radio to keep and or change the route based upon the rebidding terms in the SEIU collective bargaining agreement. This year, Ryan's direction was to have this rebidding take place on the road, looking at your personal paid device. And if you could not pick your route in 5 minutes, you would be skipped over until you were available to go in person and the bid continue without you. Per the contract, okay, sorry, I lost myself where I'm at. Bid continue without you. Per the contract, bargaining agreement, assignment to fill the vacancy will be based on drivers' qualifications and seniorities. These regulations would not be followed based on Ryan's new directive. Per the Washington Office of Superintendent of Public Instructions, the use of handheld cell phones by school bus drivers while driving is strictly prohibited. And just on my own note, if the engine's running, you're not allowed to use the phone, period. Blah, 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 blah. Additional per the Vancouver School District Standard Operating Procedure E7 Line 3, your personal cell phone may only be used to call 911 or dispatched in emergency situations. Per Line 4, personal cell phones must be muted and put away at all times while on the bus. She goes to she put in the bargaining agreement stuff. Y'all can read that. I'm not going to read the contract to you. Good. SAIU right there if you want. Okay, the next one's from Shannon. Give you some backup on Shannon. She's been covering for Heights. So she's very into that. It's been open without bus drivers for the thing. And some of the kids came up and cried to her. Oh, sorry.
Thank you very much. There was a lot there. Yeah, and just to remind you, Jackson, Dean, if you want to email those things to us. Okay. If you want to give it to Jessica back there, she'll make sure we get it. Thank you. And now we need to, it's the business section. Sorry. It's time for approval of the minutes for this 10-7 special board meeting, 10-14 regular board meeting, 10-21 board study session, and 10-28 committee of the whole. Do I have a motion?
I'll move.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any need for discussion? Okay, then we'll go for a vote. Director Sproul?
Approve.
Director Smith? Approve. Director Barrows? Approve. Director Zavala Ortega?
Approve.
And I approve as well. And now we move to the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll approve. I'll motion, sorry.
A second? I'll second it. You? Any need for discussion? Okay, then we will vote. Director Barrows? Approve. Director Smith? Approve. Director Sproul?
Approve.
Director Zavala Ortega?
Approve.
And I approve as well. Next up is our regular business meeting. And first up is, we have 2 readings for policy. Director, Mr. Richmond?
Just Mr. Richmond. Okay, so got the microphone with feedback again. Yes, we have 2 policies. A first reading of policy 3241, which is our student discipline policy. These are revisions that are recommended by WASDA and aligned with OSPI's new student discipline rules that were published for this school year. As we discussed at the committee of the whole, the school district updated its student discipline procedures earlier this school year, and this is the first reading of the student discipline policy updates to complement that. And then we have 1 second reading for policy 1400, meeting conduct, order of business, and quorum. The recommended revisions to this policy just reflect the change to the board's schedule for the committee of the whole meetings and board study sessions, and also that those meetings are held remotely, not in person.
So that means we need to take a vote on our second reading. Do I have a motion?
I'll motion.
A second?
I'll second.
Do we need to have any discussion? No? Okay. So we'll move it to a vote. Director Sproul?
Approve.
Director Smith?
Approve.
Director Barrows?
Approve.
Director Zavala Ortega?
Approve.
And I approve as well. And that is all we have on our regular meeting. Next up is the Board of Directors report. And I have the duty at this meeting. So my time as chair of the board is up at the end of December. And so we have a nominating committee from the board that suggest who we should put up for board election on as the chair and as the vice chair. And so I have asked Director Barrows and Director Sproul to be our nominating committee and bring us a suggestion in December. Thank you very much for doing that. And that's all I have. Does anybody have anything else they want to talk about? Oh,
Well, I thought, we went through the meeting minutes for October and one of the things that is a big task that we have this year is our superintendent search. So I thought I might just take a minute to update our community on where we're at with that. In October, on our October 7th meeting, we were able to come together and look at all of the feedback that our community has given. So earlier this fall, we asked our community for feedback on what they see as the strengths of the district, qualities that they would look for in a superintendent, and some of the highlights of our schools and community, and some of the challenges that a superintendent would need to be aware of that the district is facing. And we were able to look at all of that feedback through surveys, there were stakeholder in-person meetings, virtual meetings, and that was wonderful. I think we had a really great turnout in terms of the number of comments and feedback that we got from community members. I think it was over 1,700 people, or
I don't remember the
yeah,
number.
it was a very large number. I'm just looking at what they see as the strengths of our district and what they're looking for in a superintendent. So we were able to put that together and kind of finalize kind of the profile that we have shared with our search firm to post. And so we're in the process of taking applications. And I think I'm excited to start looking at who's applied and kind of look at our candidates once we get there.
And the applications close November 30th. And then we get to sort through who's out there that wants to be a part of this team. So that's very exciting.
Yeah. And there's going to be several more opportunities for our community to give feedback. I think that was one of the things that we as a board, it was very important for us, not just to get feedback at the beginning or towards the end, but throughout the process. So we will be asking you as community members to give us more feedback once we have some candidates to put forward and to kind of help us narrow down and really get your input because we represent you guys. And so we're excited to get feedback from you.
And I just want to highlight that our executive director in charge of communications, Jessica Roberts, has played a huge role in organizing all of that. And it is very time consuming and it requires a lot of outreach to the community. And I appreciate her organizational skills for that. So thank you, Jessica. I did have one thing that I wanted to share. Last Monday, I took a tour of several of our schools along with Superintendent Bluckschmidt and Board Director Zavala Ortega, and two of our legislative policy reps. And we toured a number of schools. We toured RBG, we toured Thomas Jefferson and VSAA and Fort. And what was amazing to hear from people who hadn't been to our school district before, the thing that stood out the most for them was how proud our students were of their school and their teachers and how much they felt like they belonged, and that if there were any issues that they could help develop a plan to fix whatever thought was broken. It was amazing because we have worked so hard on making sure that our students feel like they're part of a community. And it was so obvious that these students felt like they were part of this community, these communities. So I just wanted to share that. Any other comments? Okay, and with that, we had
noticed,
sorry.
we had noticed an executive session possibility. Thankfully, that is not necessary, so we can cancel that.
So that is canceled, and therefore I will adjourn this meeting. Thank you very much.